Hey, good morning from New York realm. I'm in downtown Manhattan. We're going to do a little City of Yes report here. It's focusing on that tower there. Yeah, that is the tallest condemned building in New York City and probably the world. Yeah, and it's because, well, this thing is curving. See that shit? Hey, you see that there's a building right there? See the building on the left? And you can see how it's curving and shit. You can see how it's turning. And also the balconies emphasize this too. So the thing is, like, you know, since this freaking building, which is a product of the former City of Yes, the overdevelopment plan that wasn't a brand yet, yeah, we're gonna call this thing the Leaning Tower of YIMBY. Yeah, because, you know, because of the YIMBY doctrine that states that, you know, if we build more of that shit, more of those skinny towers, and the rents will go down everywhere else. Yeah, and I guess rent stabilized apartments will magically appear again too. Yeah, but as you can see, this is just this is the symbol of the New York City's freaking keep building, like, building housing philosophy in freaking spades. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna ride down there and see this shit up close. Now, as we ride down the hill, you're gonna see how freaking severe this freaking condemned tower is. Just a disgrace. And this was built during this was actually built during de Blasio, like right at the end of the de Blasio era, during the Adams administration, which is probably why they screwed it up. Because Adams' building department was run by a freaking by a gambling junkie criminal named Eric Ulrich, and a pretty much no-show guy named James Otto. In fact, James Otto, he was named sanitation commissioner right when Jessica Tisch took the NYPD commissioner role. So you gotta wonder, who's running the building departments now? Is it James Otto? Who knows? Anyway, look how it's now. You can see how it's curved. Look at that crap. Oh, you know, it's interesting. Look behind it. That's the Dimes. That's the call building, the Dime Savings Bank Tower of Sauron. You can see that from here. Yeah, that's just and that is just that's more of that YIMBY bullshit. That's the Dark Tower YIMBY. But let's get closer as we go down Maiden Lane. You know, yeah, one day if we get a hard wind like a Hurricane Sandy, I would feel. Yeah, get a load of that. You know, one day we get another Hurricane Sandy or something worse than that. That building's gonna like crack in half and hit those two buildings there like fucking World Trade Center, like 9/11. And now we're gonna get a little closer. Look at that shit. Just yeah, this is the result of rezoning and upzoning gone wrong. And without thinking. Actually, basically without thinking, because it would just, the City of Yes, the current one, is just going to like allow bigger and tall buildings to continue to sprout. Yeah, now you can see how bad it is. Yeah, look at that. Look at that curvature. Look at that curvature. The balcony, let me tell you something, the balcony's really, it really shows it off, how bad that is. Yeah. Oh, look, there's the front of it. Yeah, look, you can see the scaffoldings and everything. Oh, you know what's interesting? There's another luxury residential building next to it. That's a new one too. And they have, and the people there, if there are people living there, have the misfortune of living next door to this dump, this condemned fucking this condemned travesty. Okay, let's move on up. Actually, I think that's a hotel. Let's take a look. Actually, it's going to crash into that building. That's 180 Maiden Lane. That's one of the oldest office buildings downtown. Actually, I don't even know if it's that old. Look at that. Oh no, that's part of the building. Check it out. Yeah, there's nothing in there. There is nothing in there. Yeah, that's part of the building. You know, I bet you that was supposed to be a hotel next to this luxury residential, because we have a lot of those. Get a load of that. Let's stop for a second. Get a load of that. Yeah, get a load of that shit. So this is what the Leaning Tower YIMBY looks like up close. Ain't that special? And they built something right next to it. Actually, there is something going on there. There are lights on in there. Let's just see what that is. Yeah, check it out. Oh, it is a hotel. Oh, there we go. It is a hotel. The AC Hotel. What a joke. So the address of this freaking disaster. Check it out at the bottom of the building. Totally undone. And all it is now is just a zombie tower. But you know what? They have to tear this shit down because you can't do anything with it because it's leaning. Well, I don't see any stop work orders, but it's still being contracted by security groups. So, you know what I think is going to happen here? Eventually, yeah, that ain't going to do shit, because what's going to happen here? There will be squatters here. They're going to break in and they're going to live under here. And I can't believe there's a hotel next to this. Oh man, it's a busy hotel. Ain't that nice? Yeah, it's a very busy hotel. So this is what they thought, because this is what's been happening a lot. They build like a luxury tower and then they build a luxury hotel next to it. But but the thrill for these people is that they have a tourist destination right next door. A very macabre tourist destination, that is. Anyway, this is New York Realm, Impunity City, now more than ever. And the city of yes is not going to fix shit. It's not going to fix anything. What a disaster. And this was brought to you by Fortis developers. Big time donor to de Blasio and Eric Adams, and to probably a lot of other freaking current candidates. Leaning Tower YIMBY. Yeah, let's check it out in the back, by the way. Check it out from the East River. Come on. Yeah, look how skinny this building is. Look how skinny this building is. And you can see it leaning too. Yeah, look at that. You know what's funny? It looks like it's leaning two different directions. You know? Tear this shit down, man. Tear it down. Or better yet, I hope the homeless freaking occupy this building. Because we need a little more housing in the neighborhood. And it's actually a perfect place for... This is probably an ideal place for squatters. I mean, it'll probably hold up for a while. Just gotta evacuate when a freaking hurricane comes.